Hey, we're here at Lake Fork Reservoir for another Bass Champs Doc Talk. We're going to talk to these two guys who just won our tournament and had a beautiful big bass. But first, I have to do a little housekeeping. JJ Costello, you won our Abu Garcia reel from our last podcast. Thank you for commenting, sharing, and liking the video. Do the same thing for this one, and congratulate these guys for coming in first place. We'll be back right after this.
25,000 cash guaranteed every hour. April 6th, Mega Bass on Lake Fork. In 2024, James Crawford won $15,000 in a new Skeeter. This year, it could be you. Open to all amateur anglers and all boat brands. 15,000 first place every hour. 15 places and 25,000 guaranteed every hour. Big Bass of the day wins 15,000 cash plus a Skeeter ZX200. Over $200,000 awarded in one day. April 6th, Mega Bass on Lake Fork. Visit BassChamps.com for all the details.
And that's April 6th right here on Lake Fork, the Mega Bass Tournament. That 12-pound bass would have done well in that Mega Bass Tournament.
It would have done great, but I'm pretty proud of what happened here on this one.
Oh, my God. Such a beautiful fish. These guys are no stranger to the stage of Bass Champs. They've won on Fork before. They've won on Texoma before. They've won a ton of money. I don't even want to add it all up right now, but today you're going home with over $25,000. How does that feel?
Really good. Considering the practice we had, we really didn't think it was going to be that great of a tournament. We thought we were going to have to grind and struggle. And then to have the day that we had and just caught fish nonstop, it was honestly a great day. And then to win it, never expected that to happen today.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about your pattern and what you were doing to catch those fish.
We did. We had a tough practice, both of us did, and we just kind of made some adjustments. And well, I don't know that it was an adjustment. It was, let's go try something that we didn't try. Let's go try what we know didn't work. And our first spot, it was a kind of a pocket that I wouldn't say we got lucky on them, but we were fishing out, throwing out to the middle of the pocket, and those fish were just pulled out there. And there was a little bit of grass, so there had to be grass, and there had to be a lot more vegetation around. So what happened was last weekend, these fish pushed in these shallows really heavy. And then the cold front we had, they didn't leave, the buck bass, they didn't leave. They just kind of pulled back into that milfoil grass and just kind of held there. And they're just waiting for another warm front, and just they're ready to move back up into the shallows. And
yeah, because that milfoil generally holds maybe 1 or 2 degrees more warmth. That doesn't cool off quite as fast.
Probably so. I mean, it was really cold, so talking a 15-degree drop in water temperature.
What was it up there?
Mid-60s.
Yeah.
Mid-60s. Well, mid-60s last weekend, and then 47 to 50 today.
Oh, that is a huge drop. Now, you were ripping a rattle trap.
Yes.
Red?
Red.
Of course, it's, that's what you throw this time of year.
Only one color, right?
Only one color to throw this time of year. Actually, I throw that all year round. Tell me about the big one.
Honestly, it's just kind of a luck deal, but it was a point that I've caught fish on before. It's a creek channel, swings in real close to this spot on the bank, and we were going around the areas we've been catching fish at and decided, you know what, we're right here close to it. Let's just go make a couple of casts and see if we can get some kind of bite on it. And lo and behold, it was a 1277.
Oh, what time of the day did that come?
9:30 this morning.
9:30. It was pretty still around 9:30 still.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't soaking wet yet, and the wind wasn't blowing terrible. But like Drew said, it was crazy. We had a limit by 8-something this morning, and we were just trying to upgrade and just move around and figure out a better way to catch a little bit better quality unders, and then caught that thing.
And were you in a populated area, or did you have the area to yourself?
Well, everything's kind of populated here, but we were around some boats. But we were kind of doing something that the other guys weren't. So we never really felt like we were fishing for pressured fish, if that makes sense.
Yeah. $25,000. Not your first $25,000 check, but boy, each and every one of them puts that smile on your face, doesn't it?
They're all special.
Yeah.
To be able to win against a group of people like this, this is the best competition we have, flat out. And be able to win something, it's still, it's something every time you can do it.
It is
you
something
can't take it for granted.
You cannot take it for granted, because we probably do for our grassroots level. The competition is fierce.
Yeah, we've won a few of these before, but what worries you is you never know when it's going to be the last one.
Oh.
Is this the last big tournament we're ever going to win? You never know. But we keep pushing hard and trying to learn stuff and to stay competitive and hope that we can stay on a roll for several more years.
Oh, man, I hope that for you, Sloan. Man, great job today. Congratulations on that 25. Jackson, that fish, that fish was, you got to go look at the picture again. That was one of the most beautiful bass I have ever seen. So close to being a Sherrilunker.
It was so close. We didn't know what it was going to be. My scales aren't exactly dead on, and thought it was going to be, like 12.59. Wasn't real sure, but still, whenever it first came up, we both said 13 pounds. I mean, she was just so big.
When I saw it in the line, and you guys pulled it out of the bag, I was just like, OMG.
The other fish stuck in his throat. I wish that was on camera.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
But these guys going home from Lake Fort today with $25,000 plus a little bonus money because you used the Sure Live to keep those fish nice and alive and healthy, and we so much appreciate that. Congratulations again. Jackson, Sloan, great job today.
Thank you.
Cody Ross and River Lee, fourth place.
Yep.
But going home with $14,500 because you got the $10,000 Skeeter bonus. They're fishing out of this beautiful Skeeter boat right here, full of Garmin electronics, and they've got so much bonus money. It pays to fish out of a Skeeter, doesn't it?
Yes, that's part of the reason why we're fishing Bass Champs, is because Cody has a Skeeter, so we want to take advantage of the contingency monies. Because
And you notice I asked the guy that had the bass, because that's just what I do. I just put him on the,
man. I'm sure glad we were in it today.
He was real glad he was in your boat, wasn't he?
Yeah, real glad. We were both pretty glad we were in my boat today. It's awesome that Bass Champs has such a great contingency program with Skeeter. Skeeter being right down the road here in Kilgore, Texas. It's a great thing to support local bass trails.
Well, it's nice to fish out of a Texas-made bass boat. I'm not knocking your bass boat by any means. I fished out of a lot of Bass Cats. They're great boats, but Skeeter just does such a great job, and it shows because you're going home with $14,000 plus today. Now, were you guys on a big catching day for fourth place, or were you catching 5 fish that got you where you needed to be?
So today started out pretty slow. I had an offshore spot I found on Sunday last week, and I really thought we could catch an under or two off of it. I didn't really know exactly what to expect, but we pull up there this morning and get the school fired up, and River catches a 5-pounder kind of right off the bat. We had to throw it back, obviously, and catch another one that was in the slot between 16 and 24 here at Lake Fork. And then kind of got off of that. Nothing else was happening. We knew we were going to have to make some adjustments. Kind of just, to be honest, went straight to the bank. About 100 yards from there, I looked down at my Garmin Live Scope on perspective and saw some grass, and in a place that I didn't know that there was grass, and just took off down the bank and ended up making it work today.
Man, it seems like everybody we're talking to, grass was a huge key today.
Yep.
And we know sometimes that grass holds a little bit more warmth, and those buck bass that are dying to get up shallow, they'll move out to that. Was that something that you were experiencing?
Yeah, that's absolutely what was going on today, because the water was still 49, 50 degrees, but those fish were still up shallow because that's where the grass was, and you had to work it pretty slow, but we caught them throughout the day pretty good.
And what were you guys throwing?
I was throwing a chartreuse and white 1/2-ounce chatterbait, and then Cody was catching some on a trap as well.
Trap was a big key today. I mean, our big bass, 12 plus, came on a trap.
Yeah, whenever you get in Texas in the wintertime around grass, it's really hard to beat a trap of all sorts. I was throwing a 6-cent Snatch 70X in a shad pattern, but the top.
Oh, you weren't throwing red?
No, not
He
at
wasn't.
all.
He was not. He was not throwing red.
No. Contrary to popular belief, I don't really throw red a lot.
Really?
In Texas in the wintertime. I don't think it's that great of a color, to be honest.
Oh my gosh! Well, red's my favorite color, so I throw red all the time. You could have been maybe sitting in third or second place if you'd thrown red.
Believe me, I tried to practice, and it wasn't happening.
Great job today, guys. Thank you for supporting Skeeter boats and fishing out of a qualified Skeeter, taking home that extra $10,000. I can't say how much we appreciate that, and all the Garmin electronics that you're running, which is also a big sponsor.
Yep.
And great day catching fish. Did you cull a lot? Last question: did you cull a lot, or did you catch the 5 you needed?
We culled a couple times. Didn't cull a lot because we worked catching quite a few slot fish mixed in. But yeah, we culled a couple times, and
Yeah. Great job today, guys. Hey, Bass Champs, Lake Fork, fourth place, going home with over $14,000 because they paid attention to the contingency money, and you can't get better than that. Big congratulations to you guys. Great job.
Appreciate it.